What's good, YouTube? We're gonna be watching TommyNFG's video on cave divers need to stop. Now, before we start this video, I would like to say that this is a commentary video, just giving out my opinion right now. You don't like it? It sucks to be you, buddy. All right, but yeah, let's get started with the video already, cause enough yapping.
I can barely keep my head above the water. All right, here we go.
Jack and his
This isn't brave at all. I don't know why the narrator is saying bravely. This is stupid. How is this fun to anybody? I don't get cave divers. I really don't get cave divers at all.
Cave diving, an underwater extreme sport which is done as a way to explore the wonder of caves. You can face wonderful things such as dark, desolate spaces with the sharpest rocks on Earth.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go back to this image. Wait, hold on.
You can face wonderful things such as dark.
Tell me how the fuck you be in this situation and you're having fun. Who's having fun in this situation? Who? How is this fun to anybody? Like, if you dying here, bro, like, I'm not even gonna feel bad for you because you kind of did this to yourself. No one's forcing you to do this. You're literally just choosing to do this.
But when you're in situations like this, it's probably a sport, right?
Are elbow pads gonna be a problem for me? My sweater, anything?
Yeah.
The passage is both rugged and very tight for me.
Okay, cool. The raw camera would be helpful.
Bro, if I was in this situation, I'd be shitting bricks right now, bro. I'm not claustrophobic, bro. This would scare the shit out of me. Dude, you are literally underneath the earth. There could be anything down here. Like, imagine there was an animal down here. Like, what are you gonna do? You're fucked. You're instantly fucked if there's a predative animal down there. Cause you're not getting out of here anytime soon. Especially with this narrow ass cave.
Is there room to turn around and come back? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can't even turn around either. You gotta like go backwards. You can't even do that shit. Like, what if the fucking, I don't know, what if like the rock just fell out of nowhere? What if this cave started denting in? Like you were under the fucking earth.
Oh my goodness. I understand. So Jacob, face first down a drop down there. It's a little tight through here. But I can keep moving my elbows through, so as long as I can keep bending my elbows, yeah, I'm okay. Oh, I'm too old for this, dude. I am too old for this.
By the way, people do this as an option in life. It wasn't that mandatory. This was a free will pick. So yeah, cave divers have been the topic of the month in social media trends, I guess.
Yeah, cave diver memes been popping off out of nowhere. Like, is it just me or did the cave diver meme just come out of nowhere? Imagine just being a cave diver, just waking up to the internet and everyone is just hating on you.
I don't know who or when we started talking about cave divers, but if you go on YouTube, you got a ton of channels documenting the craziest cave diver deaths. And on TikTok, it's become a trend to make fun of them. The joke being, anytime a cave diver sees a tiny crack, they try to slide right in.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that was actually a funny meme. For all the memes we got this year, that was actually a good one. There were some good videos on there.
That may have not sounded right, but y'all get the point.
There could be a cave called, I don't know, Satan's Pit, fucking 100% death rate. And there would still be niggas that would go in there thinking they'll have a good time.
Now, my main reason on making this video is trying to find out why the f anyone would do this. Obviously, the main people this appeals to is thrill seekers. There's a whole genre of human who just love doing the most death-seeking activities, which we'll talk about later, but we'll focus on cave diving. One of the main reasons for my research on why people do it is because cave diving is seen as one of the last things humans have explored on Earth. Because most people aren't trained to do it and usually think, I can either spend thousands of dollars into learning lessons on how to cave dive properly as a hobby, or buy a gaming PC and run some games with the gang. I'm going with the PC. Honestly, I have no clue how much cave diving lessons cost. It was just a joke. Cave divers, don't come at me. I am a quote with a water gun. But they see it as places where almost nobody on Earth has visited. It's like that thing in humanity where everybody wants to be the first at something. And that's usually where a lot of the cases happen, in places that have never been explored. Even if they are, though.
Yeah, but like, you could be known for so many things, but you're gonna be known as the guy that crawled into a cave? That's it? I know I'm not trying to like sound disrespectful, but if that's what some people are reason they cave dive are, like, there's no way that's the only reason people cave dive. Just to discover shit. And when's the last time you've seen someone actually find something valuable inside of a cave? Like, you never hear that.
If you're not professionally equipped, you're gonna end up a peanut butter and rock sandwich. Which is why a lot of the experts say you need to be well trained before going, especially if you're just starting out. One of the most famous cave diving incidents is known as the Nutty Putty Cave incident. You may have seen your favorite horror YouTuber talk about this for the 20th time, but I'm sorry, I do have to rehash it for the people that may not know. It all started on November 24th, 2009. A man named John Jones with his brother and friends decided they wanted to go cave diving in the, you guessed it, Nutty Putty Cave. Most of the cave was mapped out by people exploring it, but not all of it. My brain is way too small to figure out how the they mapped that out purely by looking at things like this. Probably why I just make YouTube videos. John accidentally slipped into the wrong section of the cave though, and got put into a narrow slope in the cave facing downwards. I don't know how you don't panic like this, but I would be cooked. And over 27 hours, 130 rescue.
Oh my god. See, this is exactly what I'm fucking talking about. Shit like this could happen. And they can't do shit about it.
Were trying to save him. They tried to pull him out with a system of pulleys and ropes, but it made things worse. And when one person finally managed to be pulling him out, his rope snapped in half. That's the type of luck I would have in this situation. But sadly, through the next day, they couldn't end up pulling him out, and he ended up dying from cardiac arrest and suffocation in the cave. The whole situation is sad, and John sadly wasn't trained enough for it. The worst part about this is, I just found out they made a movie recreation of it.
Nah, that's insensitive as hell. No, that's disrespectful as shit. The family better be getting paid. There's no way. That is crazy. The last descent.
Imagine someone close to you dies a tragic death in a scenario like this, and they make it a movie with 5.5 stars on IMDb.
Oh my god. And the movie's ass. And the movie's trash too. Oh hell no. These family better be getting paid. Y'all better be getting paid. What the fuck? That's crazy.
IMDb and put that bitch on Peacock.
Oh, on okay, yeah, never mind. It was destined to fail. If it's on Peacock, it was destined to fail, bro. Yeah, they didn't get two fucks about this. They just did this shit for the cash.
For free. Like my at least put it on Netflix. Now we gotta lay down one thing about cave diving. Obviously, by the amount of people that do them, it's not a casual thing of a cave diver going out to explore and being packed up immediately.
Bro, how do you swim in this muddy ass, nasty ass water? Foggy as hell, you can't see 2 feet in front of it, and that water's probably been down there for like who knows how long, and you just jumping in there like dude, there could be anything in that water. You do not know what the fuck is in this cave, bro.
Do them, it's not a casual thing of a cave diver going out to explore and being packed up immediately. It's more of a when a situation does happen, it becomes a big thing that people talk about because the situations are so crazy. Think of it like the stories y'all are seeing now about the planes malfunctioning all over the world. Meanwhile, just in the USA, there's 16 million flights a year. I don't blame people for not taking those odds though. This year, it feels like planes have been deciding to give up on purpose. Another reason cave divers do it is to see the formations of the cave and how cool they look. And I can admit, they look pretty.
Alright, yeah. See, something like this, yeah, that's pretty damn cool. But I'm not gonna fucking squeeze through a 1-inch crack just to do that shit. I'm sorry, I'm not. I mean, you can get a camera to go in there and see it. That'll be better than whatever the fuck this is.
First in my life to death type of cool, but I can give it a thumbs up. People also find new species when going cave diving. And who doesn't want to be a person who could say they found a...
Alright, see. Okay, now you can get that. That's kind of cool. You can find a new species and you can actually name it whatever you want, and I think that's pretty cool. Okay, like 95% of the time that's not happening. Let's be real. 95% of the time that's not happening, or no one's talking about it.
A whole species. A lot of times it is pretty useless though, like worms and shrimps. But at least you can name yourself after it. I also found this post about some cave divers explaining why they personally do it. And yes, this Reddit is called r/caving. Nowadays, anybody got a Reddit. Speaking of Reddits, make sure y'all join mine too. I check it every Twitch stream. The person said, so a few days ago, I came across caving accidents on YouTube, and I've been terrified of the concept of caving since then. I'm not making this post disrespectful by any means, but I'm just genuinely curious. Let's see, y'all think the cave divers got mad at this? The top comment is, why do anything that's not required to exist? It's fun and fulfills desires. Same with most activities in the outdoors. Okay, I would say not every activity is like cave diving outdoors.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. Like me going outside and like I don't know, playing soccer with my friends is the same as going through Satan's butt crack, and like going through Satan's butt crack. That has 100% death rate. And just to remind you, this is like no one's being forced to do. They actively choose to do this, by the way.
Shy away from what ifs. You could expire in a desert if you're not prepared, or in another risky activity.
I have never heard of that. What the fuck is mountaineering?
Oh my god, I can't read. Mountaineering? Is that? I don't think I've ever heard of that. Oh my god, that's this? This is by far worse than cave diving, because genuinely, bro, like...
Oh my. Alright, yeah, this is definitely worse. I can't even be mad, but yeah, what the fuck? So you just got 2 pickaxes one day and said, you know what? I want to climb the side of a fucking mountain with no straps or safety on. Now, at least, unless it's off the screen, I don't see any straps on this nigga. So if he lets go of the pickaxes, he's done for.
That ice gives up, that ice melts a little bit, you're cooked. I think the crazy mountaining activity I'll never understand is Mount Everest. Like, Mount Everest is so dangerous.
They have bodies as checkpoints.
To help people who want to climb the mountains from people that formerly died there. You can go as fast or slow as you want. Keep it tame or push your limits. For me, it started as a fun thing to do, but now it's more about research and conservation of the caves. Okay, see, that's a little bit better of a reason. Because, you know, we're going to have some type of people to research those caves.
Yeah, see, I get that. Like, geologists need people like that to discover stuff. Like, see, that makes sense. I get that. That makes sense. But for the people who do it just for the fucks and funs of it and end up dying because of it, I think that's what we're making fun of.
Caves and you do that as a job. And if most scientists don't want to do that, I respect him for doing that. Cave divers with loving family when they find a 0.0001 centimeter called the devil's anus and they dive into it. The TikTokers have invaded the cave diving subreddit. Come on, y'all, this is their haven, bro. Can we leave r/caving as the cavers Reddit as their place? Those cave diving accident YouTube videos are usually low effort and inaccurate. I feel like from a lot of the videos I've seen, they're like really detailed though. Like they'll go into a full breakdown of the timeline of when they entered to when they left. Cause I've seen a couple of them just because it seems so interesting and like they'll have a, like, I don't even know how they find out all the details of the incident, but they have it listed. Seriously, it's like 3 social media cavers constantly pretending they're in life-threatening situations and freaking out for shock value. Could the videos have been dramatized? Some of them, yeah, I'm not sure. There's like so many people that post these type of videos, but hey, that's what gets them the money, man. People want to see them in situations like that. You know, nobody's gonna care.
Yeah, no one's gonna care if someone went to a cave and didn't suffer any injuries. This is the internet we're talking about. If someone isn't dying or getting seriously injured, no one's gonna give a fuck, and that's just the truth.
If they're in a normal, calm, safe cave, they want to see you damn near dying. It's fun, I like it, and no one can bother me when I'm in a cave. I mean, there's a lot of places though where you can't be bothered. You can go to a desert, the middle of the ocean. For me, it's mostly for the beauty and peacefulness of caves, the feeling of adventure, the scientific aspect of it too. Also, what I love about caving is the feeling of doing something tiring, painful, and difficult, but laughing all through it because you are with your friends. You might just got a domination kink. That's what it's sounding like to me. No judging over here. No judging over here, all right? I hope that gave y'all more insight into why the cave divers like doing it. And I know everybody's making fun of cave divers and clowning them, but something I think is way worse of a thrill seeker activity is all those parkour videos back in the day that used to go viral. I don't know why in the 2010s the thing was parkour and people doing double backflips.
Yeah, back then parkour was everywhere. I remember. Y'all remember all those parkour YouTubers that just blew up out of nowhere and everyone just started doing parkour?
Off buildings. But it's another one of those free will things people choose to do with their life. Like these will straight up climb skyscrapers in the clouds to get the thrill.
Alright, what the fuck? Alright, not this. When I was talking about parkour, I ain't mean this shit. Nah, this is a death sentence. This is a death wish. What the fuck? Where are these niggas? You can't even see the fucking ground. They're above the fucking clouds. That is insane. Dude, and this building was old as hell. What if someone just breaks or slip? You're cooked.
I feel like I'm gonna fall off by just watching these videos. And for them, it's even more of an adrenaline high on why they do it. I guess the dopamine released on the risk of falling is just too good to pass up on. There's another well-known incident that happened with this thrill-seeking activity that went viral a couple years ago. Shocking, wonder how it could go wrong. His name was Wu Yongning, and he was a famous guy on social media for doing all types of crazy roof climbs. These pictures look straight up photoshopped. I wanna know how the
there is no way in God's name this is actually real, bro. That shit looks so thin. That looks like you could just break at any second. And he got a camera, and you have to realize you have to bring that all the way down. Alright, bro, this is doing too damn much. I ain't gonna lie, this is doing way too damn much.
picture like this, you keep your balance. One wind gust and you're out clean. He was recording a video for a challenge that offered some money for who had the best rooftop climb. And on camera, while recording, he was on the side of a building when he lost grip and fell 62 stories. Or in American terms, 1,120 feet.
Holy shit. Yeah, you're turning to red dust after that. Yeah, you're not sure out of that one, buddy.
This whole incident I'm talking about, it's on the internet. Like, you can exactly see how it goes until he falls. It's disturbing to know as soon as he's out of the frame, he's going probably for another couple of seconds before hitting the ground and splatting to his death. And what I notice in a lot of these type of activities, a lot of these people don't even associate there could be any type of risk until a major incident happens. So yeah, that's about all I want.
And then, like, the thing I don't get to is, like, why don't you get, like, safety precautions, like a parachute or a pulley or a rope to make sure you don't fall, like something. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna sit here and call you a pussy because you don't want to fall. You don't want to fall 62 feet to your death. Anyways, that was the rest of the video. Y'all just TommyNFG right here. Cave divers need to stop. Link's gonna be in the description if you want to watch that video. I probably should have said it in the beginning. And y'all just make sure to like and sub.